Welcome back to the Achievement Maxing series. If you haven't watched the first episode, I recommend that you watch that one before. I'll put the link in the description. In the last episode, we made some huge progress, but it's now where the momentum really kicks in. We start this episode in Moonglade, where we jump on a dragon that takes us to Mount Hyjal. We say hello to Deathwing and Ragnaros before flying away to Nordrassil, where we meet with Ysera. After completing a few quests, she sends us across the zone and we keep progressing through the story. I also put on Chromie time for this so we could gain some levels. And I don't know if it's because of the anniversary event buff or war mode, but we're leveling really fast right now. In the next video, I'm probably gonna be max level already. And while I run some gameplay in the background, I just wanna say a huge thanks to everyone for watching the last video, and for all the nice comments and feedback. It gained much more traction than I expected, so it was kinda surreal to see how many of you watched the video. Thanks again, and let me know in the comments if you have any more suggestions for the next video. Eventually, we get to this area in Mount Hyjal, where we find a trampoline. And this trampoline has an achievement associated with it, called Bounce, in which we have to stay on it for 20 bounces. And after failing for 10 minutes straight, and having to look at Wowhead, I finally get the achievement. Let's go! After I'm done bouncing with my big, black, beautiful rooster, I keep progressing through the zone. I infiltrate the Twilight Hammer cult and participate in some questionable activities.
In the beginning. Yeah.
We then go into the Firelands and push Ragnaros back with the help of Cenarius and Malfurion.
Come back with more fire resistance.
We get the Zone Quest achievement for Hyjal, which marks the first progress in the Cataclysm Lore Master achievement, although it will be some time until we return to complete the rest of the Cataclysm zones. We also pick up the Exploration achievement while we're here, along with completing 250 quests. Now, you're probably wondering why I am in Mount Hyjal, especially because I told you in the last episode that I will try and go in the expansion order when it came to the Lore Master achievement. It's because in Mount Hyjal there's a daily quest hub called the Molten Front. It was added in the Firelands patch back in Cataclysm, and just like the Origin tournament, there's a lot of time gating when it comes to unlocking everything. So starting this now will be the most efficient. This will also help a lot when it comes to the daily quest maxing. When completing daily quest here, you get a currency called Mark of the World Tree, which you need to unlock in the later parts of the zone. We need around 300 of these, and that will take over a month to get. The Molten Front also have a meta achievement, where you have to complete all the achievements in the Molten Front, and there's a lot of them. The reward is the Flamebreaker title, and while doing this achievement you will also get the Flame Ward Hippogriff mount. Being here for a few days, I have already gotten a few of the achievements required. I got the Ludicrous Speed achievement for doing this quest with the bird, and then the Infernal Ambassador achievement for killing some of the elites without getting hit by their special abilities. Although this is pretty easy to do now, because you one-shot everything. Doing Mount Hyjal, I also got exalted with the faction The Guardians of Hyjal, which marked the first progress for getting to 110 reputations to Exalted. In Mount Hyjal, there's a guy inside a cave, accessible by entering this portal near the Molten Front, who offers a daily quest that requires you to defeat a group of birds while using a lance. Completing this quest 10 times gives you the related achievement, the Unbeatable Petrodactyl Beaten. I don't know how to pronounce that. That means that we have to return here once every day for 10 days if we want to complete it. Speaking of lances, I have been to the Origin tournament for a few days now, and I become a champion for my first faction. Being a champion, I got the quest to investigate the Black Knight, and to find out who he really is. He has said that he comes from a farm in Silverpine, so we head over there and find no evidence that he is who he says he is. And after doing a bit more investigation, it comes to light that he works for Lich King. So I got the mission to defeat him in a duel. Doing this gave me It's Just a Flesh Wound achievement.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
Yes, I have.
Look!
It's just a flesh wound.
While I'm here, I also complete the Lancelot achievement by defeating every faction in a duel. After lance maxing, I go to the vendor and buy a mount with the new currency I got from completing the dailies. Check out this raptor, guys. I also decided that I had to get sky riding, so I can move around a bit faster. So I completed the Dragonflight intro and quested all the way through the first zone until I got skywriting. I only completed the zone to where I got the skill and stopped right after, since we're gonna come back here at a later date. Moving on, I head over to Southern Barrens to work on the zone quest achievement. While I'm here, I find Mankrik again, and I help him slay some more Quillboars, before he gets told by his new wife that he has to take a break. Finishing this zone was kinda annoying, because one of the quests you had to do starts in Stone Talon Mountains, and I had to go to Wowhead to find that out. But eventually I got the achievement along with the exploration one as well. And while I'm here, I also clear out 2 dungeons. I start off in Razorfang Crawl, and after avoiding all the traps, I get the achievement for killing the last boss. After that, I head over to Razorfang Downs, where the second to last boss evades, so I have to run all the way down again for him to reset and die, so the last boss can spawn. One thing that we haven't done yet is professions. And if you're gonna stick to the classic side of things to begin with, we need to get 300 skill points in all of the professions in the game. This means that we need to level up some more characters later on as well. But to begin with, I went to the mining trainer to learn the mining skill, and to the blacksmith to learn the blacksmithing skill. And I didn't really know where to start, so I just went out and started mining. And after doing that for 2 hours straight, I got to 295 skill points before I couldn't earn any more from mining. I smelted all the ore that I got and started leveling blacksmithing as well. I had to subsidize some of the ore and bought it on the auction house, which was when I realized that gold is gonna play a big role in this challenge. So we're gonna have to gold max a lot down the line, especially for the profession stuff. I also downloaded the TSM add-on, so I can see what all the items are worth, which makes it easier for me to sell them on the auction house. Because I lacked gold, I went back to mining, and if I wanted to get to 300 skill points, I had to smelt dark iron ore, but this wasn't a recipe that I learned from the trainer. Going back to Wowhead, I learned that you have to get the recipe in Blackrock Depths, so that's where I went. Going into Blackrock Depths, I started to clear out the dungeon, until I got to the Trial of 7 boss fight. When I was there, I talked to Glomrel, who wanted me to do an offering, and after I gave him 2 star rubies, 10 true silver bars, and 20 gold bars, he taught me how to smelt dark iron ore. While I was here, I also finished the dungeon and got the achievement from the last boss. Alright, now we have the recipe, but no dark iron ore. For that, we need to go into the Molten Core. The dark iron ore can only be obtained in Molten Core, and they are scattered throughout the whole instance. So we went in and cleared the raid. I also reset the instance a few times to farm some extra ore. You can do this as long as you don't kill any of the bosses. After I got enough ore, I went over and killed the bosses, and to defeat Ragnaros again, which gave us the achievement for clearing Molten Core. The ore can only be smelted at the Black Forge, so we headed over to Blackrock Depths again and got the achievement for reaching 300 skill points with our first primary profession. It was also here I realized how much the dark iron ore was worth, and since I had a gold problem, I wanted to go back and farm Molten Core again for the ore to sell it on the auction house. Thankfully, the server reset the next day, so I went back and farmed more ore. I also got a few Blood of the Mountains, which drops from the Molten Destroyers. Each sells for around 1k gold. Molten Core is an instance that I will do once a week, because there are 2 more achievements here that I need. The first is collecting the whole transmog set from here, to get the So Hot Right Now achievement, and also getting assaulted with the Hydraxian Waterlords. After I got the ore, I went back and killed all the bosses again, and when I defeat Ragnaros for the second time, he dropped the Eye of Sulfuras, which is needed to create Sulfuras, the Hand of Ragnaros legendary item. There is a feat of strength for making Sulfuras, so it's not required for this challenge, but crafting Sulfuran hammer is, so getting the feat of strength is just a bonus, I guess. Being at the Blackrock Mountains, I decided just to clear all the classic dungeons and raids here. So I also went into the lower Blackrock Spire and killed the last boss, and after that I went over to Blackwing Lair. And similar to Molten Core, there is also an achievement to get a transmog set here, so I'll be doing this once a week as well. After selling the dark iron ore on the auction house and getting a bit richer, I was also able to get 300 skill points in blacksmithing as well. This gives us the working from the start achievement, along with a bit of progress on the profession maxing achievement. It was also around this time I got tired from having no bag space when clearing all dungeons and raids, so I went to the auction house and dropped some gold for a few new bags. I also did some cooking. There isn't much to say here other than that all the guides are outdated online for retail. So I bought a lot of stuff on the auction house that I didn't really need, or that I could have made cheaper. Anyway, we keep cooking and get some achievements along the way, like the lunch lady achievement for learning how to cook 25 recipes. I also buy some chocolate cookies for pretty cheap on the auction house, and after eating 99 of them, I get the achievement You'll Feel Right as Rain. Anyway, I reach 300 skill and get the classic cook achievement. By the way, I also ate all the things I cooked, so I could make some progress on the Taste Like Chicken achievement.
At least I have chicken.
I also hit level 70 and decided to transmog my character with some of the gears that I got in Blackwing Lair. And in addition to all that, when you hit level 70, you have to buy the Midnight expansion to keep earning experience. And when you buy Midnight, you get 500 trading post currency. So I headed over there and saw that I had a lot to spare. So I bought 2 new mounts. The reins of the Soaring Sky Fox, which, by the way, looks ridiculous when a troll is riding it. And the Kaluak Cresthorn, which is this moose mount. I also bought this cool looking sword and some ear muffs to keep my ears warm during the winter. I then decided to go and buy some of the mounts I was missing from the different vendors. I bought 6 new Wind Rider mounts and 6 new Raptor mounts. If you have any more tips on easy mounts to get, please let me know. By the way, I also got this mount automatically when I hit level 70, but I forgot to record it. Alright, now for the best part, pet battles. And holy shit, we made a lot of progress here. We ended the last episode with 1 level 8 pet and 2 level 7 pets. And after grinding pet battles all across Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms and even Northrend, we finally hit level 25 with one of our pets. Getting a level 25 pet means that you can now go to the auction house and buy even more level 25 pets. So that's what I did. I bought the Anubiseth Idol and the Mechanical Dragonling, which are 2 of the best pets in the game currently. The Anubiseth Idol because of its Sandstorm ability, which reduces all damage by 74, which makes all of the low damaging attacks useless. And this is in addition to just dealing a lot of damage and being able to deflect attacks as well. The Mechanical Dragonling, which is just a very versatile pet, which have the decoy ability that blocks 2 attacks, along with high speed and high damage. These are 2 great pets that will get me started on everything. While I was leveling up the pets, I completed the Kalimdor Tamer achievement for defeating all the Tamers in Kalimdor. When I was pet battling in Northrend, I also found one of the rarer pets, which is called the Unborn Valkyr, which can spawn all across Northrend and have a pretty high respawn timer. This is also a very good pet to have. With my new team of pets, I also started to complete some PvP pet battles, and while doing this I got the achievement No Time to Heal, because I got queued up against the same guy like 8 times in a row, and half the time he has forfeited because his team was pretty bad against mine. Here are a few of the other achievements that I got as well. Win Streak for winning 25 pet battles in a row, Take 'em all on for winning a pet battle against all different types of pets, Battle Master for getting 200 achievement points in the pet battle category, and Going to Need More Traps for capturing 50 pets during pet battles. And now to summarize everything. We completed 96 daily quests since last video, putting us on 117 out of 10,000 in total. Completed 246 quests, which makes it 414 in total. We did a lot of pet battling and we are now at a total of 126 regular pet battles completed, and 12 PvP pet battles out of 5,000. We raised 1 pet to 25 out of 75 that we need for achievement. Important thing to note here is that you actually have to level them up, so you can't just buy them on the auction house. We also captured 4 new rare pets. Got some fishing done as well, mostly for the daily quests in each capital city. I might be done with all of them in the next video. Also, since we got 300 cooking skill, we learned a lot of recipes automatically, putting us at 39 out of 400 in total. I got a lot of mounts in this episode, so we're making solid progress here as well. Same with pets. I also got 1 reputation to Exalted. So this puts us at 910 achievement points in total. And that's it for this episode, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe if you wanna see more of this. And feel free to write me some suggestions in the comments as well. Bye bye.